Have you ever heard of a native speaker saying something that sounds grammatically wrong? For example, me and John went to the shop, or there's loads of people in here, or got any ideas? Now, if you've learnt English in school, you might think, well, that's not correct. And sometimes you're right. But here's something important for you to understand. Native speakers often break grammar rules. Yeah, that's right. When they speak, it's not because they don't know the rules. It's not because they don't want you to follow. It's because spoken language works differently from written language. When people speak, the goal is not perfect grammar. Thankfully, the goal is communication. Speech is faster, it's more relaxed, and often is a lot less structured than writing. So instead of building perfect sentences, speakers naturally simplify things. This makes it easier for you. They shorten sentences, they drop words, and sometimes they bend grammar rules. Now let's look at a simple example. In formal English, you might say, "Have you got any ideas?" But in everyday conversation, a native speaker might say, "Got any ideas?" Now the grammar is technically incomplete, but the meaning is perfectly clear. And spoken English, this is important. Clarity is usually more important than grammatical perfection. Here's another example. You may have learned the correct way to say the sentence would be, "John and I went to the shop." But in conversation, many native speakers will say, "Me and John went to the shop." Now, in formal writing, this is considered incorrect, but in relaxed speech, it is extremely common. Again, communication matters more than strict grammar rules. And this language changes depending on situation. In writing, people are more careful. In speaking, people are more flexible. This is true in every language. When people talk with friends, family, or colleagues, they often use a more relaxed form of the language. This is what makes conversation sound natural and more human. Now, the important thing for you to remember here is that as a learner, this can be confusing. You study all the grammar rules very carefully, and then you hear native speakers breaking them. What's all that about? Well, this doesn't mean that the rules are useless. It just means grammar is a foundation. And once you understand that foundation, you can begin to recognize real conversation. And remember something. If you occasionally make small grammar mistakes while you're speaking, it's completely normal. Native speakers do it all the time. Fluency isn't about speaking perfectly. It's about communicating clearly and naturally. Now, in this series, we're exploring the parts of the English language that aren't taught in a textbook at school. This is what makes real English. And it will happen quite naturally for you too. Once you get your foundations solid, you will also start breaking those rules. As my mum always told me, rules are made to be broken.